Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, where's my brethren all around the world watching this video? Hope you're having a great day today as you're tuning in. Make sure you do yourself a damn favor and hit that subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed. Now, interesting stuff going on with Errol Spence Jr. As you know, because there's a lot of interesting fights coming up in boxing. You know, this weekend we got DeGale versus Eubank. And in a couple weeks, it'll be his big fight with Manny Garcia, which I'm very excited for a lot of reasons. But Errol Spence basically said that he's hoping, and he wants to fight Manny Pacquiao at AT&T Stadium in this calendar year, hopefully. Here's what he said in regards to that. He said, I quote, "Not looking past Manny Garcia, this is going to be a tough fight. Fight Manny Garcia, then maybe fighting Manny Pacquiao. That's two pay-per-views right there. That can be on Fox, and Pacquiao can be potentially at AT&T, knowing that he fought here before, the big name he is, and all the fans he has all around the world. I've been looking forward to Pacquiao. That is a no-brainer. A Pacquiao fight, I don't have to think about that without saying I'm looking past Garcia. Anybody would want that fight." And quote. So there you have it. And Errol, to be fair, not anybody would want that fight. A lot of guys don't want that smoke Manny Pacquiao, but I get where he's coming from, because, you know, I'll say this about Errol Spence, and I'm going to do a video on this later on. Of all the PBC fighters right now, I think Errol Spence is in such a great position to be. And the funny thing is, he's not even somebody that like he doesn't strike me as a guy that really cares as much about being a crossover mainstream boxing star. But I think he's in the best position of pretty much almost, with the exception of Gervonta Tank Davis. He's in the best position of any PBC fighter to really break out, because he's got that relationship with the Dallas Cowboys. He's got the right opponents, you know, from Manny Garcia to the Manny Pacquiaos to the Sean Porters to the Keith Thurmans. He's got all that in front of him, and on top of that, you know, as far as when he fights, like his fighting style, he's box office must-see stuff. Errol Spence Jr. So that's that, man. And you know, Manny Pacquiao has already won a record. I made a video about that, and I'll leave it right here so you can go check it out right here. Manny Pacquiao's already stated that he would love to fight Errol Spence. Manny Pacquiao don't duck fights. So that fight makes so much sense, because when we talk about Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence, you know, Errol Spence is a Dallas native. He grew up a Cowboys fan. He's headlining his first show at the Cowboys Stadium, not the practice facility, not the Ford Center, whatever it's called. But now he's graduated from the practice facility, which is pretty big in itself. He's graduated from the practice facility to the big stadium, the big house, Cowboy Stadium. And if he can go in there and he can do what I think he should do, and I'm expecting him to do, which is iron out Manny Garcia, take that stop him with some body shots and get him out of there. You know, I don't see any reason why, as a boxing fan or as PBC, they shouldn't make that fight. You know, Manny Pacquiao, like Errol said, he's fought at Cowboy Stadium. And in my opinion, this is my humble opinion, his best performance of his career was at Cowboy Stadium when he fought Antonio Margarito. Just destroyed him. Made him look like an F-class fighter that night. So Manny's been there before. Manny has that relationship with the Cowboys and Jerry Jones, and he's been there before. Manny Pacquiao is a global superstar. He's one of the biggest names in the history of the sport. So I think it's the perfect fight. It's a perfect fight for Errol to launch his way into stardom. You know, it's a fight that I know Manny is willing to take, because Manny's always been willing to take the biggest and the best fights. I mean, people are going to make a big deal about him wanting to fight Errol Spence, which I think is hilarious, because this is the same Manny Pacquiao that signed to fight Paul Williams in his prime. And a lot of y'all who really aren't up in your boxing, you may say, "Oh, well, what does that really mean, Paul Williams?" But Paul Williams was just like Errol Spence. Paul Williams was in some ways he was more feared than Errol Spence. You know, he was a tall, rangy boxer, puncher, undefeated, being ducked by everybody left, right, and center. At 154, Manny signed to fight him. All Paul Williams had to do was beat, I think it was Sergio Martinez. And that didn't happen because he got his ass stopped by Sergio Martinez, and then the fight, you know, just didn't happen. So that was that. But he signed to fight him. So if he signed to fight Paul Williams, what the hell makes you think he won't sign to fight Errol Spence Jr.? A guy that, you know, I rate highly. I think he's very skilled. I think his skills are underrated. I'm doing a video on that soon about why he's more skilled than Mikey Garcia. But, you know, he's not someone that Manny Pacquiao can't beat. I would favor Errol Spence in a fight like that, but it's an interesting fight because Errol Spence is a very defensively responsible fighter. Like, you don't see a lot of head movement from Errol. But one thing Errol Spence does better than anybody, and I repeat this, anybody in boxing, is he keeps his hands up. Something so simple, but so little fighters do it. He keeps his hands up, and that's why when you watch Errol Spence, yeah, he's not doing the crazy, you know, slipping punches and shoulder movements, but he's blocking punches, he's parrying them, he's shooting over the top with a jab, and you seldomly ever see Errol Spence marked up in his fights. But he doesn't get the credit as a good defensive fighter, but he is a good defensive fighter. You see what I'm saying? But one advantage Manny Pacquiao would have in that fight is in terms of overall foot speed, lateral movement, he still has that over a guy like Errol Spence. You see what I'm saying? And it'll be up to Errol to cut the distance, break him down, find ways to plant his feet and land punches to the body, which is not going to be an easy task. So it's a better fight than people think. It's a fight that if PBC is looking to make another pay-per-view fight, to me, that's a fight right there. I'm a massive Manny Pacquiao fan. I'm a massive Errol Spence fan. I got both the t-shirts in my closet, okay? I love watching them both fight. They're two of my favorite southpaws in the history of the sport. And I think if you're PBC, right? If you're PBC and you really believe in this kid Errol Spence, you think he's this and you think he's that, and you want to build him up towards a big fight with Terrence Bud Crawford, then this is the fight they got to make en route to that, in my humble opinion. This is the fight they got to make en route to that because Manny Pacquiao is still a big name. Manny Pacquiao will get people talking. Manny Pacquiao fighting at Cowboys Stadium again. I mean, in Dallas, in the city of Dallas, you know, I lived in Dallas. It's a great city. City of Dallas is a great fight town. And I want to see Errol Spence become, personally, like one of the things I really want to see happen in boxing is I want to see Errol Spence become one of the box office attractions for American boxing because he's in my opinion, skill-wise, A+ fighter. He's someone that I think represents boxing really well in America. You know, people give him a lot of stick about, you know, he hasn't beat nobody. You know, he fought Kell Brook, and people want to shit on Kell Brook now. But let's have no qualms. Let's make no mistakes about it. When he fought Kell Brook, at the time, Kell Brook was the #1 ranked welterweight, and I rate Kell Brook highly. Anybody who knows anything about boxing rates Kell Brook highly. And to go over there to break him down in his hometown, in Sheffield, the way he did, you know, that told me everything I need to know. That told me everything I needed to know right there about Errol Spence Jr. And I already rated him highly before that fight. And then, you know, he's went on to beat the likes of Lamont Peterson. You know, he's ironed out guys like Chris Algieri. He's gonna iron out Mikey Garcia. Like I'm gonna say that every Errol Spence video I make, I'm gonna say that because it's gonna happen. I know Mikey Garcia fans won't like that, but I'm just saying, like, Mikey's a good fighter, but he ain't great enough to move up and beat Errol Spence Jr. So yeah, to get back on topic, Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao at Cowboys Stadium. That's a fight that I know both those guys would take. That's a fight that would be very beneficial for Errol Spence if he can go in there and win. And as for Manny Pacquiao, you know, they ask him they often ask Pacquiao, you're like, why is he still fighting? Why is he still boxing? Why does he still seek the best opposition? It's because Manny Pacquiao, for one, you know, they say he has tax problems, but that's none of my business. I don't know anything about that. But he's always been that way. He's always been one of boxing's true warriors. He's always sought out the best available opponents. And now with PBC, there's so many great fights to make. And to me, that run right there, aside from Keith Thurman, outside of Keith Thurman, that one makes so much sense because Errol is one of the top guys in the division. Some people rate him the #1 welterweight. Manny Pacquiao believes he's still the best. He still believes he can beat the best. And I have no doubt in my mind he'll want to prove it. And he's fought at Cowboy Stadium, and why not do it again? So that's the news. Manny Pacquiao, or Errol Spence Jr., hoping to fight Manny Pacquiao later this year at Cowboy Stadium. What do you guys think? I'd love to see it. If when Errol gets rid of Mikey Garcia, I want to see this fight. And I'm not trying to disrespect Mikey Garcia. I just really don't think he's gonna win. So I really believe that to the core of my bones, he's not beating Errol Spence Jr. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Errol Spence Jr., Manny Pacquiao, pay-per-view, Cowboys Stadium, 2019. It sounds good already talking about it. I hope it happens. But leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. Like I say in every single video, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.